Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome. My name is Funky D Regs, and today I am decked down to the core with my warmness, okay? Because it is cold up here, and yeah, it gets pretty cold, well, in my house when it's upstairs, which I'm the only one up here. But all that being said, this is Doki Doki Modification Club, the festival. You see, this mod takes place after the first act or the second act. I forgot what it was, but it takes place after the first act, alright? So yeah, we're gonna do a new game, and I think I already created my stuff. Okay. Hi again, Funky. Okay. I don't know. It's so great to see you again. It's been a while, hasn't it? I should probably brief you on what's going on. The game has changed a bit since the last time you were here. What you are about to play takes place after the entirety of what you call Act 1. Alright, so I was right that time. But I don't want to force you to play through that again, so you have a few options. You can either write a few poems for me, or you can just answer a few questions about my fellow club members. I need this information to be able to set up the game to be like you actually played it again. I'll input choices. Okay, so in order to set up the game properly, I need to know how you would have played through Act 1 so I can set the variables accordingly. So I'm going to ask you a few questions to start. Which of my fellow club members did you like the most? Besides me, of course. I never liked you. Sayori. And which of them did you like the least? Yuri. If you could choose to spend the weekend with one of the club members and help them prepare for the festival, who would it be? Natsuki. And let's say, hypothetically, of course, if Sayori were to confess her love for you, what would you do? Confess my love back, man. She my baby. Okay. Well, that's all the questions I have. I think I set all the variables right, but bear with me. If it's not absolutely perfect, I have to go now. I guess I'll see you in a second, Funky. Bye. Okay, it's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But of course, Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little bit too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Alright, so now that I remember, it's going to be like, I'm already dating Natsuki. Well, not dating, but, I'm already with that girl, Natsuki, you know what I'm saying? Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will go great too. No, there's not planned for it to go last time anyway. Hi, Funky, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that has all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overstepped again, that dummy. You'd think on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Funky. I mean, after your exchange with her yesterday, you kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? The weak puns make me cry the most. My eyes start stinging. Ow. Ow. Ow, that hurt. Exchange? Yeah, Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. And Funky wants to cry right now. But he's not going to right now, okay? I know I sound sick. Because I am. I want to cry right now. And I'm the club president after all. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. I sound so sick, don't I? Eh? Monica is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. She looks a little bit smug right here, so I'm not really all too happy about that. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognize Naisuke's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during the practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. A poem. Oh, she killed herself on this one, Chief. I'm kind of sad. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Funky? What's wrong? Nothing. The poem. I can't do this. Hold on. I can't do this already, alright? Sayori is my waifu, and my heart is pounding like super, super fast. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayori, so well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? It's probably already dead by the time I even get to our house anyway. I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself, shut up. Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. Oh boy, I'm scared, Chief. What was I thinking? I gotta go blitz on him, bro. I gotta put my shield up. I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs and what I want to give her. I reached Sayori's house and knocked on the door. I didn't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Okay, Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper? I swallow. I can't believe I end up doing this after all, waking her up in her own house. That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? Depending if you live with them, yeah. It just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. Boy. I'm terrified. I really didn't want to have to enter a room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me with no choice. I gently open the door. Sayori? There's a large lump under the covers of Sayori's bed. So you got me crying for no reason, Chief. Sayori! Ah! The lump rises suddenly. The cover is falling away to reveal Sayori. Funky! Is that you? What time is it? Past the time you needed to be up by, dummy. I'm sad and I am so depressed right now that I have been bamboozled. I thought she was gonna kill herself, and I'm like, oh nah, today ain't the day, bruh. Alright, past the time you needed to be up by, dummy. Come on, we gotta go. Monica's waiting for us. She looks at me, puzzled. The festival? Oh shoot! Sayori starts looking around the room frantically. I'm not ready for this. She quickly moves around the room, picking through the items strewn everywhere. She finds a school uniform and places it gently on the bed before turning back towards me. I don't know if I can handle this today, Funky. Of course you can. It's just a festival. You've been preparing for this for so long. I know, but maybe it's a sign that I didn't wake up this morning. I really don't think I should go, Funky. Come on, Sayori. You're already up anyway. Let's go. Sayori looks at me, tears welling up in the corners of her eyes. I suddenly realize that I'm yelling at her. A feeling of guilt washes over me. Am I forgetting what I promised myself? What I promised her? You don't have to worry, I'll be there with you the whole time. But I don't think I'll be able to read my poem in front of the other people, Funky. It's fine. I'll talk to Monica and I'm pretty sure she'll be willing to let you skip that part. I promised you that I'd be here with you every step of the way, and I'm sticking by that. Okay. Plus, you've put a lot of work into preparing for this. You should be there when it pays off. I'm sure Monica and the rest of the club will be happy just to see you there, supporting them while they read their poems. I guess you're right. Now, you need to get dressed. Don't expect me to help you. Okay, so she not dead. Now I can turn the music back up. Is it going up? In a moment, we're outside. I'm glad that I went back to wake Sayori up. Yeah, she would have been a hanging Christmas ornament if you didn't. And that's kind of messed up right there, Chief. We stop outside the clubroom for a second. You're going to be fine, Sayori, as long as you're here with me, Funky. Sayori cracks a slight smile, but I can tell she doesn't want to be here. I grab her hand and we enter the room together. The room has more people in it than I've seen before. A group of desks is assembled into a makeshift tabletop which sits Natsuki's cupcake arrangement. Yuri's banners are hung around the room from the ceiling and walls. Monica sees us and walks over, a look of relief on her face. Funky! Thank God you made it. I was afraid we were going to start without you. Shut up, you look. She blushing, Chief. She wanted her to die. She was like, I wanted you dead. Like, bruh, you could also see teardrop, bro. I'm not a little crybaby boo boo. I'm glad too. I wouldn't want to miss this. Hey, Monica. I pull her by her arm to the corner of the room. I barely got Sayori in time to the festival, and she's really nervous about the poem performances. Excuse me for 1 second. Okay. Is it okay if she doesn't present hers? That should be fine, I guess. You know, Funky, you're such a great boyfriend. If only she could see that. She can. I blush. Thanks. Monica stands there for a second, smiling at me before turning back towards the rest of the people. Okay, everyone, we're about to start, so if everyone can find a seat, then we can begin. I begin to walk over to Sayori and grab her hand. I lead her over to a group of 4 desks right at the... I ain't even asked for you just to come up on my screen like that, bro. Yeah, now to beat your ass. Okay, right at the front of the room. We sit down in an adjacent desk, just behind Natsuki and Sayori. Besides, what is over here anyway? How to learn programming. Nah, Chief, that ain't it, bro. That ain't it, Chief. We sit down in adjacent desks just behind Natsuki and Yuri. I turn my attention back to Monica as the rest of the room settles down. Hey, we doing good. Okay, everyone, I guess I should introduce myself. I am Monica, the literature of the club. President of the club. Literature club. I can't read. And at that desk over there is my vice president, Sayori. And I'm her boyfriend, Riley. Funky, whatever, you know. You know your email if this happens to your jacket anyway. Monica points out towards Sayori. She timidly forces a smile and turns around the rest of the room, giving me a little wave. One of the activities we like to do in a literature club is write and share poems. Today we have a selection of poems that our members have written today that we'll now present for us. To start, I will be reading my poem, The Way They Fly. They take flight, soaring over the land, cheerful, comfortable, qualified, able to see the world yet sightless. They fly with their wings out wide, only to close them in and dive, seemingly going to hit the ground, but still rising once more. They fly with wariness, hiding themselves however they can, afraid of showing themselves, but opening up to trust. They fly without hesitation, unsure of where they want to go, but once committed, unable to stop themselves. But despite the way they fly, they still fly. while I'm stuck to the ground, a leaf unable to blow away into the wind. A child caught by the arm of a parent. A dog leashed to a pole. Courage, you will never be leashed to a pole, Chief. I love you all too much for that. Not free to spread my wings wide. Not free to hide myself. Not free to let myself go. That's the way they fly. And I can never do that. Thank you. The room erupts in clapping. And now Yuri with her poem, After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri stands up, timidly walking to the front of the classroom, her pamphlet in hand. After Image of a Crimson Eye. I see a crimson world, my eyes wide open. A quick glance, but I am instantly burned. Eyes blinking, mind racing, heart beating, body pulsing, stomach churning, face tingling. I can't escape it. I can't fight it. It takes hold of me. It controls me. It is me. I feel compulsive. I think repulsive. I act impulsive. I want it. I don't. I do. Yuri pauses. That's why your hairline receding, Courage. It's receding. Oh. It's reality. It's me. I collapse. I breathe. I'm sorry. It's okay. Try to forget. I try to resist. I remember. Permanently stained in my mind. The image, after image of a crimson eye. Thank you. The room erupts once more in clapping as Yuri makes her way back to her seat. Thank you, Yuri. That was great. Now, Natsuki with her poem, Jump. Natsuki stands up and makes her way to the front of the room before situating herself behind the podium. Jump. How do the frogs know how to jump? Who teaches dogs to bark? Who teaches dogs how to bark, actually? I'm kind of curious. Who gave toads their lumps? Whoever it was left their mark. Why do eagles fly? Why do babies cry? Why do humans blunder? Humans. Why do we rip our world asunder? The frogs don't wonder. They just jump. Thanks. The room erupts in clapping. That was cute, Natsuki. Thank you. Now, funky as I grew older. I get up, my legs shaking slightly with nervousness as I walk towards the front of the room. That's how it was at the church. Like when I had my talent show, I was playing the drums, right? I was like, man, I'm about to play these things. I'm going to be like, yeet. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be yeet. All right, I placed my pamphlet on the podium, my arm slightly to either side of it. I lean on it a little bit, realizing how many people actually showed up. What if I read it wrong? Will people realize that I didn't actually write this poem? I push those thoughts out of my head. I look over at Sayori. She's staring back at me with a slight smile that I can tell is genuine. I have to do this for her, for my girlfriend. Hey. I take a deep breath. As I grew older. It was a long time ago, but it was there then, in front of me, bright like a sun, my dream. Then the wall rose slowly, between me and my dream, rose until it touched the sky. The wall, shadow, I am black, he's not wrong. I lie down in the shadow, no longer the light of my dream before me, above me, only the thick wall, only the shadow. My hands! My dark hands, once again not wrong. Break through the wall. I find my dream. Help me to shatter this darkness, to smash this night. I'm about to smash, bro. To break this shadow to 1,000 lights of sun, 1,000 whirling dreams of sun. Thank you. I can barely hear the clapping of sound as the adrenaline in my body drowns out the rest of the world. Wow, that was really good, Funky. Thank you. A wave of relief washes over me as I walk back to my seat. So Sayuri doesn't have to do it? As I sit down, Sayuri leans over and whispers to me, "You really did a great job, Funky." Thanks, Sayuri. I couldn't have done it if you weren't here. Sayuri gives me a small smile. I'm pretty sure this one is sincere. I'm glad that she's finally enjoying the festival, even if it's only a little bit. I turn back towards the front of the room, where Monica is once again standing at the podium. I just wanted to thank you all for coming and seeing what we're all about. Hope to see some of you at our next meeting. Until then, let's continue to enjoy these lovely cupcakes and tea. The chatter of the busy room returns once again as people begin talking to one another. I try to make my way around the room. That was a great festival, actually. I try to make my way around the room, checking out how things are going with each of the other club members. Monica is near the front of the room trying to sell the club to a few of her popular friends. Natsuki is giving baking tips to a group of other girls who all seem to be enjoying her cupcakes a lot. Yuri is pouring people tea as they pass by the refreshment table. And Sayuri is busy chatting with a few of her friends from school in a corner. Everyone looks like they're having a lot of fun, even Sayuri, which is good. Before I know it, the festival is over and the room has cleared. I'm really proud of you guys. Your presentations were fantastic. Yuri, your posters were really great. And Natsuki, your cupcakes were amazing as always. Don't forget, we have a normal club meeting tomorrow, so write a poem to bring. Hopefully, we will have a few new faces here with us. That's all. I'll see you guys tomorrow. The group breaks up and goes to their separate ways. Yuri to take down her banners, Natsuki to clean up her papers, cupcakes, and Monica to pick up the trash. That just leaves me and Sayuri alone. Are you up for going to the rest of your classes? Yeah, I'll be okay. We stand there for a few seconds. Thanks for coming with me to the festival. What? I don't know if I could have read my poem out loud if you hadn't been here. I didn't even do anything. You didn't have to. Just you being here was enough. I could just look over and see you there supporting me. Yeah, I guess. We stand there for a few more seconds while Sayuri stares at the floor. Thanks for making me get up, Funky. I'm glad I came here. It was a lot of fun. See? Told you. Yeah. Listen, Funky, I don't want you to get the wrong idea, but... Oh, I remember this part now. I don't want you to get the wrong idea, but would it be okay if we just put the relationship thing on hold for a little bit? It's just a lot to deal with all of a sudden. That's okay, sorry, whatever you need. Thanks, Funky. Well, alright. Well, we don't want to be late for class, so we should go. Yeah. We part ways as I head towards the door. That kind of hurt me a little bit in real life. I open it and walk down the hallway towards my home room. Kind of hurt though. The rest of the day feels like a bore after the events of this morning. Soon enough, it's over and the bell rings. Everyone flies out of class. I wait for Sayuri after school. We walk home together. I didn't tell you yet, Funky, but in one of my classes, someone came up to me and asked when a literature club meets. That's really great, Sayuri. Do you think we'll have a lot of new members tomorrow? I hope so. It'll be nice to have a few new faces. I'm not thrilled myself about having new members, but she makes a point about new faces. I'll see you tomorrow then, right, Sayuri? Yeah. Sayuri disappears off towards her own house. I should be happy. It seems like Sayuri's having a much better time than she was this morning. If getting new members will help continue to keep her mood like this, then I guess I'll be fine with it. But for now, it's time to get started on my next poem. And now I remember where I ended the video, which is right here. Oh, we can impress Monica, by the way. I like that. Anyway, so if you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Leave a like, leave a sub, leave a share, leave a dislike. My name is Funky D Regs, and I am out. Gay!